Andrew. So if anyone wants to cry imba, these games are not the hill to die on. His opponent played well, and Clem didn't. Cap. The Cope copy pasta. As we're jumping in, and we're jumping into game one. In top left we have Clem, and the bottom right we have MaxPax. Jadoff, you need to make a new copy pasta with a chat GPT AI. You need a new one, Pat. Meanwhile, if you're in the chat, predictions. Get your gambler going. Predictions are now open. Place your bets in the chat for who you think will claim the series. Will it be our Protoss or our Terran? Will it be Clem or MaxPax? As the SCV moves out across the map, and we are opening up with a proxy Rax. Not just one, I believe a second SCV is also moving out as well. So it's going to be a proxy 2 Rax here out of Clem. It's going to be another short series, isn't it? Let's go. The proxy Raxes have been thrown down. MaxPax moving out across the map with his probe, going for a scout, and we'll soon realize that the Rax is missing. Now, upon this scout, upon this realization, the Rax could be further back in the main, so you can see the probe checking the main base. It could be at the natural, could be at the third base, it could be a proxy, it could be a fake out, could be any of the sort. As the Raxes are about to finish up, we only have the one gas back at home, and we're going for the proxy Marauder. Oh, I'm getting pure flashbacks from IEM. Let's go. The add-ons are on the way. Raxes are finishing up. It's going to be proxy Marauder here out of Clem, and MaxPax, for the time being, is unaware of exactly what kind of proxy it is, or even if it is a proxy. Hazing away across the map, does go for the expand. Zelda's on the way. Zelda will pop out to shut down any bunkers, to zone away the army, to scout as well. Oh my god. Was that made by an AI? Chat GPT. Oh my god. That's brutal. I'll say it after the game. Oh my god. There's some like venom in those words, Papi. Jesus. That looks like a Reddit comment. That's that looks like it was written by like a chat GM player that hasn't touched the game in like 5 years. Oh no. Reddit, calm down. As Marauders are going to be waddling up the ramp, they're headed towards the natural. Actually, you know what that looks like? That looks like a Korean bettor. That looks like a Korean bettor who bet on Clem and lost the bet. That's what that looks like. Unironically, we've banned a lot of Koreans in the chat. Whenever we cast KungFu Cup or ESL Asia, you always know it. They come in and they call a player like a dog or something. It's like, oh, you just lost money. I understand. Banned, Bobby, banned. Anyway, the Marauders are building up. Meanwhile, upon seeing all these Marauders, MaxPax is fully aware, throwing down additional shield batteries, throwing down a second pylon. Stalkers are amassing, boys are being pulled. But the longer this goes on, the worse it becomes for Clem. As remember, MaxPax has an overcharge and has so many shield batteries. And has the backup pylon as well. A couple of boys also being pulled. But we're getting up to what, 7, soon to be 8 Marauders. Oh my god, that's a lot of Marauders. They're pushing on through. Again, boys doing a great job at buffering. Getting up to 9 Marauders. The first shield battery goes down. We have 3 more behind it. And we have another on the way. Oh god, but they just chunk away at those Stalkers. SCVs have been cleaned up. We're getting ourselves the Marauders. 1 Stalker goes down. We're within 2-shot range. Down to 3 Stalkers left. And Clem, has he done it? Again, he's so close. Only 3 Stalkers remaining. He does focus on the shield battery. Overcharged on cooldown. Yeah, more boys have to be pulled. They're pulled just in time. Nice round. Very nice round here by MaxPax. Without these workers, we would have fallen here and now. That would have been game. Oh my god, the Marauder death sound. It's insane. And we're running out of Marauders. Likewise, we're running out of Stalkers. We're down to 2 Stalkers left. Oh, barely 2 Stalkers remaining. At the same time, we're down to 3 Marauders. Shield batteries are barely out of energy, and it looks like Clem, has he done it? Are we bought enough time? We have bought enough time. We're about to have another overcharge in a couple of seconds. MaxPax bleeding out a lot of probes. Marauders kiting well. 4 Marauders left. Oh, soon to be 2. Sorry, soon to be 3. Another one does roll up. Oh, this overcharge does feel premature. This was a wasted overcharge. We're waiting it out. And then Clem is coming in for the kill. We've lost 21 probes. MaxPax barely has an economy. He cannot afford any warp-ins, cannot afford any reinforcements. And it looks like Clem has done it. Clem, he has done it. He was patient with this all-in. He built up towards 9 Marauders. And then he pulled the trigger. He went for the kill. So another shield battery is done, but I believe we should have enough to break through. 2 Stalkers left, 1 Stalker left. Down to 0. And Clem's done it. Clem has done it. GG gets called, and Clem will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Clem does take the first game. I'll be honest, I don't want to read the chat GPT copy pass. It's there's so much vitriol in it. Like it's it's just mean. Aye. Tell chat GPT to calm down. That was a Marauder sound? That was a Marauder sound, yeah. That was the Marauder death sound. I love seeing Cheese out of Clem. I feel like he doesn't do proxies too often. He doesn't do it too often, but there are like periods where he embraces it. I'll always remember, it was last year. It was last year, like around July-ish. We casted Clem versus MaxPax in the finals of ESL Americas, and Clem went proxy Marauder 3 games in a row. 3 games in a row, and he 3-0'd MaxPax. He went proxy Marauder every single game. This was in the last map pool, the previous map pool. The map pool with, I think, Hardwire, if I remember correctly. Maybe this was 2 map pools ago. Yeah, Clem did like every game versus MaxPax and just 3-0'd him. It was crazy. It's crazy. Every now and then, he feels spicy. He feels spicy. GG, well played. With that, Clem does take a lead. But alas, that was merely only game 1, and we still have a full series. It's a best of 5. Plenty more games ahead of us. Plenty more games. Here we go. As we are, oh my god, as we're already jumping in. My apologies, I was zoned out a little bit. In the bottom right, we have Clem. He's doing it again! He is doing it again. Let's go, let's embrace the chaos, let's embrace the proxies. As we switch on over. And the Rax is on the way. Let's go. In the bottom right, we have Clem. In the top left, we have MaxPax. Now, it is only going to be 1 Rax this time. Only the 1 Rax. I believe there is not a second SCV moving out, so we're not as committed this time, but it looks the same. The reality here is that Clem is playing some mind games here. Again, the Rax is missing and may look to be the same build 2 games in a row, and he's hoping that MaxPax does overreact. He's hoping. Clem's been spending too much time with Coke. Oh. The Terran flower. But here we go. SCV has arrived. It's going to be throwing down the bunker. This should be a tell that it's going to be Proxy Reaper. And the purpose of this bunker is to deny mining. Deny mining in the natural base. The RNG so far is looking good. I say that takes a lot of damage. Looking decent. Probe rotates, so does the SCV. Clutch move there out of Clem. And, oh, 1 more shot! Oh, yeah, RNG not working in his favor. The SCV is going to be shut down. The bunker is denied. And a very nice defense out of MaxPax. He denies the bunker, does force a cancel, and will defend his natural. Clem gets a probe kill, but the purpose of this build and the purpose of the proxy was to deny mining time. He would be able to, but he will look for a second probe. Gets 1, and he will not quite get the other. Kiting on back. Does a kite away. CC on the low ground. MaxPax now gains map control. And now it's on Clem to save his SCV. I should say, to save his CC. To make sure it doesn't get delayed, make sure it doesn't get disrupted. It does find the probe, and we'll be able to deny any reinforcing pylon. Probe gets shut down. Not bad. Rax is floating back home. Cyclone's on the way. And you can see MaxPax, he's poking in, but he's waiting for reinforcements, waiting for another Stalker. And Clem will hold the red. RNGesus has forsaken him. Ah, Smooch. Feels RNGesus. As with that with the Cyclone, we should be fine. We should be fine. We kite well against that Zealots. We get on top of the Stalker. SCV is targeted. We do delay the expansion for a moment, but merely for a moment. Third Stalker has arrived. Can we focus down the Cyclone? Ooh, Stalker goes down. Brutal pickoff. We trade out 2 Stalkers for a Cyclone. Widowmine does burrow, and we zone MaxPax away. Expansion gets up. And Clem even scouts the pylon. Okay. Behind this, Clem settling into a 1-1-1. Working towards Banshees. Widowmine will not go off. Ooh, Stalker does make its way towards the natural. SCV goes down. Honestly, MaxPax finding a lot of damage here. Ooh, barely does escape, barely does avoid that Widowmine shot. Gets into the natural, denies any kind of mining. Very nice damage here by MaxPax, containing Clem to 1 base economy. 100 depths are on the way. We're getting out of hand. We're getting out of control. This is becoming far too much. As we're looking to break into the main base and even come across the Banshee. The Banshees ideally were designed to get damage done across the map, but alas, that is not going to be happening. We're breaking down the front door. We get an SCV. And Eps, they maintain themselves here at the natural, getting even more SCV kills. 6 SCVs. Ay, ay, ay. Cloak still not done. Mine shot going off. We clean up the Widowmine. Threading the Banshee. 5 seconds away. Looks like Cloak should be able to finish up. Oh. Oh. The clean feed. There we go. Clean feed. Calm down. But again, MaxPax is getting so much damage done here. 7 SCVs. Marines. Widowmines. The Cloak Banshees are the saving grace. There's no detection. We finally break out. We finally break free. And MaxPax has to race back. Does get the Cyclone. Not bad. Cyclone goes down. MaxPax getting into an Observer. Leading out another Stalker. Up. Does take down one of the Banshees. Not bad. And now we can keep pushing. Now we can keep on going. Remember, there is no stim. There are no upgrades for those Marines. As we went for the tech lab on the Banshee, and Clem is vulnerable. No bunker, no tank. No nothing. The Banshee does help. The Observer has arrived. Tank does siege up in time. We do siege up on the high ground. Clem holds. Whew. Clem barely does hold on. Behind this, MaxPax fully saturated on 2 bases, getting into a third. Blink is now done. We bypass the tank. GG gets called, and MaxPax ties up the series 1-1. GG. MaxPax just snowballing out of control with hyper aggression early on, punishing the proxy of Clem. And even though for a time there it looked like maybe Clem would stabilize, nah, he would just keep leading out Marines, keep leading out SCVs. MaxPax just had no chill and punished Clem quite hard. Punished him quite hard there. In the end, forcing him to reveal his hand, forcing him to reveal the Banshees, getting ready for them as well. It was just all over Clem. And now we're settling into game number 3. We're tied up 1-1. This will determine who takes a lead in the series. Here we go. How's your experience with Stormgate so far? Not bad. I've been playing a few games, mainly cheesing so far. Ay, ay, ay. One day we'll play We'll play the Stargate. One day. Oh. So now we are just calming down, settling in to game 3. We'll see where MaxPax and Clem take us. I'm not privy to the vetoes. I'm not too aware of the map order. But we're jumping in. Are jumping in, and in the bottom left-hand corner we have Clem. In the top left we have MaxPax. Here we go. Loading into Amphion as game 3. To be honest, playing it made me want to play StarCraft. Oh, smooch. I did stream StarCraft ladder today. I was like one of the few streamers streaming StarCraft today. Like laddering, I mean. Smooch, Poppy, smooch. No one else was live. And the ladder was pretty dead as well. Like the queue times were quite long today. Feels bad, man. It was a ghost town this way. Yeah. I probably won't play Stormgate until it comes out, like until its full release, most likely. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with Stormgate. I'm hoping they patch it. I'm hoping like they. For those curious, I use when I play StarCraft, I use a custom hotkey setup, but Stormgate doesn't support custom key bindings, so I can't adapt my StarCraft hotkey layout to Stormgate. It's a problem they know about, and they've addressed it kind of. Like from my understanding, allowing for custom hotkey key bindings isn't a big priority, so they're like, we might get around to it, but we're like focusing on other things. Like the dev team is like focusing on other things, so it's like okay, I guess. Okay, I guess I'll just ladder StarCraft for now. So that was my morning experience basically. It was loading up Stormgate, finding out that I couldn't play. It's like, fair enough. But yeah, hopefully it's something that they add. Otherwise, we're settling in. We're settling into game 3. It's going to be an initial double gas opener, faster factory here out of Clem, going for a delayed CC. So a little bit more tech heavy out of Clem and going for his 1-1-1. Meanwhile, MaxPax for the first time this series opening up Stargate. I mean, this series has been very chaotic. It's been very intense. Game 1 and Game 2 have been very early game oriented, but now we can finally calm things down on a map like Amphion as well. Very defendable map, very mid game oriented. We can embrace the game and we can get a little bit more out of our 2 players. Let's go. Pretty sure it lets you custom some, but it's still grid. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they still force, like, the grid layout. That's not good enough, Lappy. It's not good enough. Look, if StarCraft can let you have custom keybinds, and that's, like, what, like a 14-year-old game? Mate. Come on, Stormgate. Let us customize our key bindings. Aye. It's the whole way you ask. The technology, it's not there yet, Papi. It's not there yet. Not there. As MaxPax is opening up Phoenix. Gonna be a Phoenix-based opener. Getting into a robo. Settling in. Phoenix is gonna be hunting down the initial mine drop. And Clem does manage to unload. Gets into the main. Does drop into the main base. At last, we're in position. The probe coming in to bait out the mine shots. And oh, we do not bait it out. At the same time, Clem hits the natural. Going to be distracting MaxPax, pulling him apart. We will defend the natural. What about the main? 3 probes have gone down. Marines, they get a 4th, a 5th probe as well. Very nicely done. Just dragging MaxPax out of position. This will be cleaned up, but at the cost of 10. Oh my god, 10 probes. Can we get 11? Ooh, barely not. But nicely done nonetheless. 10 probes go down. Now MaxPax has gained map control. He has the Phoenixes, of course, going to be pinning Clem back, and we'll see if MaxPax can get some counter damage. Now that he has his Phoenixes, he can threaten the mineral lines of Clem. Clem trying to keep up. We get an SCV. Get one SCV so far. Still threatening the bases. Clem getting to Vikings, Marines, Cyclones as well, all things anti-air. Getting 3, getting 4 SCV. Not bad. 4 SCVs go down. Again, Clem may have gotten a lot of damage early on, but MaxPax is reciprocating. Likewise, because the Phoenixes are across the map, because they're out of position, Liberator has arrived, and we do get even more damage done. 3 probe kills. Phoenixes do race back. I think we heard a recall there as well. We'll clean this up. But because the Phoenixes were forced to recall back home, now Clem has map control. Now he's moving out across the map unscattered, unhindered, unseen. And can he sneak up on MaxPax? That's going to be close. The Observer is outside of the natural. Phoenix is moving out once again. The army has been missed until now. Oh no, the Observer did confirm. Yeah, we do pick off a tank for free. Tank goes down, and Clem is committed. We have to break through. We have to break in. Vikings do land. Phoenixes are racing back home. Shield battery falls. We're getting on top of the Robo. And the boys are being pulled. The Colossus does pull out just in time. And we're going to shut this down. Oh, we even lift the Vikings. We lift the Vikings. We lift the tanks. We clean the army up. And Clem is completely shut down, and very quickly, Clem has lost a lot of momentum, a lot of his supply. He's stuck at home, and MaxPax has the potential to break in. We have 1 tank behind this. No stim, no combat shields, no bio upgrades. Can dive on that tank. That's a lot of Phoenixes. The ground army may be small for MaxPax, but has a lot of potential. Yeah, we're pushing in. We focus down that tank. It's going to be lifted time and time again. Boys are being pulled. GG gets called. Clem gets punished for the move out. And MaxPax takes a lead. GG, well played. MaxPax will take a lead. And MaxPax is now 1 game away from becoming this week's KungFu Cup champion. Let's go. One of us, 1 more is all that MaxPax needs. The chat, custom key binding is a paid feature. Ah, smooch. I'll pay for it, Pappy. I'll pay for it. Let me play the game. GG, well played. 1 more here for MaxPax. Again, I was hoping for more of a back and forth. I was like, oh, we're loading into Amphion. You know, we can settle into our 3-base setup. We can get into the mid game. No. Clem had other plans. Very aggressive, very in the face of MaxPax. Was a risky maneuver to move out across the map the way that he did. Unfortunately, even though the Phoenixes were across the map, even though the Phoenixes were not in position, didn't take long at all to respond, to come back home, and to shut down the push of Clem. And now suddenly, we're in game 4. Suddenly, 1 more win is all MaxPax needs. Clem, 1 more loss. That is the end of the finals. The end of the tournament. I'm hoping for an ace match. I'm hoping for a game 5, but the pressure is on Clem. Pressure is on. We go. Here we go, as we are going to be jumping into the top right hand corner. We have Clem. In the bottom left, we have MaxPax. As we load into Alkione. Here we go. We're loading into game 4, potentially the final game of the series. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we can go the distance. I'm hoping we can go all the way to game 5, but again, it is all on Clem. For now, going for a fake proxy Rax. This is what I referred to earlier. If the probe scout moves out, if we confirm that the Rax is missing, it can be a fake proxy Rax, as Clem throws it down at the 3rd base location. I do like this from Clem, just because he's gone for very real proxies already in this series, in game 1 and in game 2. So to do it in game 4 is just a nice little mind game here for Clem. It's going to be a nice mind game. and ideally does force a reaction from MaxPax. As Reaper's on the way, MaxPax, he confirms that the Rax is not in the main, at least not in the main base. And can now check the natural. You can see, oh, Factory's on the way. With this, MaxPax confirms even if it is a proxy, it's not 2 Rax, as the Factory is already in production. MaxPax, he checks the natural. Not there. Now we can check the third. We'll see if he gets there. Once he does find his way back into the main, not bad. Reaper does reveal itself, and now MaxPax fully aware of what's going on. Is aware that the Rax was back at home. And we can settle into our game. Settle into our setup. Adept is on the way. Getting in position. Clem threatening a dive. Adept does commit to the shade, so Clem slips in. But there's a secondary Adept on the way. It does pop out just in time. We do threaten the mineral line. We can maybe get a probe, but MaxPax, he's ready for it. He's going to chase Clem down. Back at home, we do have our 1-1-1 setup. Do have a CC on the way. Clem is expanding. Not going for a 1 base all in. But still not convinced that we're going to be seeing the mid game here. Not going to lie. Clem, he's chosen violence tonight, in his finals at least. Has chosen violence. I did get a probe. And a death. It's okay damage. It's okay. As MaxPax this time is opening up with a Blinkstalker based build. It'll be Twilight Council with the Blink, 2 more gates on the way. It's going to be a 3-gate Blink setup, so very defensive. We'll see if we throw it at a 4th gateway. 4th gateway is going to spell hyper aggression out of MaxPax. I mean, 4-gate Blink was his signature move in PvT for some time last year. Like early last year, late year before that. Was MaxPax's bread and butter. As Clem is getting into its own 3-rack setup. Meanwhile, we have our drop towards the main. It's gonna be our Widow Mines. Pretty committed mine drop, actually. Stalkers will respond. Widow Mines are gonna be going off. Up! Up! Oh my god. A very messy split here. We get 3 probe kills for 3 Widow Mines. That could have been so much worse. Ken was a very chaotic split out of MaxPax, but we got there. We got there in the end. Nice defense. We shut down the drop. Likewise across the map, Clem also going to be embracing his own tank-based push. Early tank production, Marauders on the way as well. And MaxPax can apply pressure, but we'll see if he can break through. As a reminder, 2 gates in the natural, 1 in the main, as the observer's pointing out. It's 3-gate Blink, not overly aggressive, but has potential to punish the Terran. I remember, especially last year, you know, there was a saying where MaxPax, he can make 3-gate Blink look like 4 gates. Like, he can just make some magic happen with this. Gets into the natural, gets a couple of SCVs, shades into the main as well, not bad. We'll bleed out 3 probes to the auto turrets. Likewise gets 3 SCVs in the main. And yeah, MaxPax, he's expanding. We're expanding. We're actually getting into 3-base saturation. Let's go. For the first time this series, we can embrace a longer game. Oh my god. Beautiful, Bobby. Beautiful. At least we're on the way. 2 Widow Mines to survive, and we're going to be able to escape with them. Meanwhile, we can blink into the main. We cannot really threaten the area with the tank, but we can shut down the add-on. Okay, reactor does fall. Rax taking a lot of hits. And a very disciplined play there out of MaxPax. Does not chase down that Rax. Line drop towards the third is spotted. We get behind the mineral line. Tank out of range. Yeah, we can abuse the immobility of this tank. We get another 4 SCV kills. Very nice damage. At the same time, Mine Drop is poised, but doesn't pull the trigger. We have a Raven towards the natural. We have the Widow Mine outside the main of the third. So Clem has potential for some counter damage. He's able to catch MaxPax otherwise unawares. Upgrades are finishing up. Stim is done. Clem can soon move out. How he almost 3 here is nothing. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, the split looked like it was gonna get more damage. The Mine Drop even. The split was very chaotic. Grace under pressure. MaxPax getting into his own. Colossus production working towards splash damage. At the same time, Clem throws down a third CC. We're not going for a 2-base solid. We are not pulling the boys. We are expanding. Meanwhile, you can see MaxPax getting ready for a Zealot run by. So if Clem does move out, MaxPax is ready to punish the move out. Ready for the punish. Speaking of, Clem is being active with his tanks. Doesn't commit yet. MaxPax keeping eyes on the main army. And does spot the move out. Does confirm. You can see MaxPax pull back with that prism. Getting ready for that Zealot run by. Is getting ready for it. Does barely avoid the Vikings, but eventually it looks like he's going to get caught out. He's going for the main. Oh, he's threading the needle. Barely getting to the main base. At the same time, Clem, he doesn't quite catch the Stalkers, and we do go for the warp in. MaxPax, he supply blocked. Oh, now's not the time. Brutal supply block here for MaxPax. That's why he only warps in 2 Zealots. Yeah, just 2 Zealots. Prism gets shut down. Clem is pushing. There was so much potential in that Prism. But the supply block was brutal, and now Clem can move out. He's headed towards the 4th base. We're keeping up with the rotations. Zealot Ramai runs into reinforcements. Yeah, Zealots are going to be shut down. Nice defense out of Clem. And we're getting on top of the base. Nexus is under fire. We're trying to set up a flank, trying to set up a surround. Zealots are spotted. Collapsing on Marines, not bad. And do we pull the trigger? We do! And we come in from multiple angles. The big tank volley's going up. No shield battery to support, no overcharge either. Oof. Yeah, without the shield battery, this 4th base is exposed. We shut down the Zealots, the Vikings, they take down the Colossus. And Clem, he's pushing in, he's gaining ground, and he will get the base. The Nexus does fall. Yeah, MaxPax did not have the ideal setup there. So the run by, getting caught out. MaxPax trying to catch the tanks, but alas, yeah, there's too much support. Clem holds. And MaxPax is in a rough position. He's taking it back up 4th on the right-hand side, but the 4th base is so late, it's so delayed. Clem takes an economic lead. In a TvP, that is terrifying. The Protoss needs to be up a base. Yeah, 4 CC now on the way. MaxPax trying to keep up. Do you have our Ghost Academy? Clem taking towards a longer game. More Vikings, Ghost in the mix as well. MaxPax is still stuck reproducing or remaking all those Colossus. Eventually can work towards Disruptors, and we've seen it before, you know, MaxPax, even if he's down in supply, can make up for it with some solid Purification Overs, or even Storms as well. Depending on what kind of splash damage he goes for. But now Zella run by once again runs into reinforcements. Again, these Zella counterattacks have been lackluster for MaxPax. Every single time Clem has been ready for it. Oh, the mines. Oh. The mines are being cleaned up. Nice trades here out of MaxPax. Splitting very nicely against those Widow mines. Now the extra Zealots get caught out. We're back up to 3 Colossus. Second Robo's on the way. That's going to be for double Disruptor production. We are getting there. But MaxPax needs a little bit more time for those Disruptors. Does need time. Where is he? Where's Oliveira? He's not here. Them taking a 4th. Taking a 4th on the left-hand side. Still around by is going to distract. Keeps Clem busy. Save us, normal man. You're our only hope. Exactly. MaxPax needs you, Oliveira. Disruptor production has begun. Ooh, we shut down the drop. Nice positioning here from MaxPax. And MaxPax, he's made it. Both players are maxing out, but Disruptors are soon to arrive. Big swipes takes down a Ghost. EMPs, oh, they strip away so many shields from the Colossus. One Colossus goes down. Second Colossus as well. We're running out of Colossus. We're running out of steam here, and Clem, he's breaking through. Yeah, unfortunately, Disruptors, they were not a part of this fight. They were just barely not ready. And Clem has done it. He's broken the back of MaxPax. I mean, it was a rough start for MaxPax, losing the 4th base. Did snowball into this kind of game state. Big Nova connects, but it's too little too late. It's too little too late. Another Nova going off though. Ooh, does connect. Okay, I believe. I believe in the Novas. I shouldn't have doubted. 2 Novas go off. We barely hold the line, but Clem still has momentum, is the problem. Like, MaxPax is still up against the wall, and is still barely holding onto that goal base. We do need another good Nova. Good EMP. Army falls back. Nova goes off. It only zones away the army. No big connection. Does buy some time. Another Disruptor has arrived. Nova going off once again, just buying time, but Clem does start a step forward. Brings down the Zealots, getting over the Stalkers. MaxPax has to back up. Colossus has arrived, but we're going to lose the mineral line. We get 8 probe kills. The base is under fire. Rough losses here for MaxPax. We focus on the first Disruptor. We're going for the dive. He wants the Colossus. Oh, that was an ambitious move. Doesn't get it. MaxPax, he's barely holding on. The reinforcements were kept busy. But things are still looking bleak for MaxPax. He's not out of the woods yet. The supply of the army still heavily in favor of Clem. And he wants that ace match. He wants that game 5. Never going up. Zoning back the army. But MaxPax just doesn't have any supports. Yeah, we bring down the Disruptor. Third Colossus has arrived. We just go for the dive anyway. We just stim on forward. We stim and we win, party. We take down the gold. The Colossus is doing quite a lot in the back line. They're getting a lot of swipes in. A lot of swipes. But the base will still go down. Yeah, we get the Nexus, and we can go for the Colossus as well. Bring down one, and we bring down the other. Again, on their own, Colossus are so fragile. GG gets called. Clemmy snowballs out of control and ties up the series at 2-2. We are going to the ace match. GG. We're going all the way to game 5 here. Again, MaxPax just had a really brutal start. Was unable to save the 4th base. That started the snowball for Clem. That was the first of many dominoes falling in favor of the French Terran player. And Clem just maintained momentum from that moment, from that point. MaxPax just could not recover, could not stabilize, had potential with disruptors, but remember, as both armies maxed out, MaxPax didn't have any disruptors with his main army. They were still in the way, they were still making their way across the map. And MaxPax took a brutal fight. That was the fight in the middle of the map where he lost all 3 Colossus. And yeah, things very quickly swung in favor of Clem. And now we find ourselves in the ace match. Let's go. We get that best case scenario. We go all the way to game 5. And how will this story end? What map do we load into? I have no idea. I don't know. We shall see. We've been able to embrace some of these larger maps. Maps like Alcyone, of course, which we just did load into. Maps like Amphion as well. What's left? What map is left? A map that both players wanted to avoid. Post-Youth. Ghost River. Where are we dropping? Where are we going? Too little too late. More like Justin Oliveira. Ah, true. Here we go. We are loading in. And sporting in the top left-hand corner of Ghost River, we have Clem. In the top right, we have MaxPax. Here we go. This doesn't make sense. We're going to be loading and we're going to be ending it all on Ghost River, a very small map. Very short rush distance by ground. Aggression is favored on a map like this. And this time, Clem, no proxy. No SCV on the map. No fake proxy either. Ah, I appreciate it. Do appreciate it. This series has been littered with real and fake proxies out of Clem, but this time just going for the racks on the high ground. Double gas opener is going to be a faster factory. Which again makes sense on a map like Ghost River. If you're a little bit too greedy, then you can be punished very hard, real quick. Especially if MaxPax did open up Zealot. Gonna be checking the main. MaxPax being a nuisance does chase away at the SCVs, forcing a bit of a shuffling of workers. Does get eyes on the second gas. MaxPax fully aware of the opener. And we'll see what MaxPax can get done. As you can see here, MaxPax, he's still going for the Zealot. Now, the idea here is for the Zealot to avoid the Reaper, and to get across the map, and to punish the CC on the low ground. We'll see if we can embrace that. We'll see if Clem even goes for the CC on the low ground. Maybe goes for a safer one on the high ground instead. Did we cancel the... No, we did. It's like, did we cancel the Zealot? No. Zealot did pop out, is moving out across the map. And do we go for a proxy gateway? My eyes are on that probe. The Zealot does avoid the main scouting pattern. The main scouting path. The Reaper! Oh my god, does find the Zealot. Very nice catch here by Clem. Yeah, the Zealot is caught out and will not get across the map. Now, MaxPax did throw down a proxy pylon and is setting up for a proxy gate. Meanwhile, Clem did go for a CC on the high ground, so he's playing it out safe. Clem is also aware that, of course, MaxPax wants to be in his face. Zealot tanking a lot of hits. It's going to be a 3-gate setup. 2 gateways back at home, 1 gateway across the map. But Clem is set up in his main, not at the natural. It's not going to be an easy push here for MaxPax. Not going to be easy. Depths, they do threaten the shade. Try and bait out that Widowmine. I believe that is the 4th gate on the way? Or is it still just 3? Jesus. Adepts, they do threaten the shade. We get into the main. Going for the Widowmine. Widowmine goes down, but with the arrival of the Cyclone, we will clean this up. We shut down the Adepts. The Adepts are cleaned up. Ooh, so is the Reaper. Clem can now expand. Meanwhile, MaxPax, the gateways are done. Warp gate as well. And he's warping in 3 Stalkers at a time. Okay, so 3 gates set up. 3 gateways for now. The drop. Oh my god. The drop is going to be spotted. And MaxPax, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's pushing across the map. There's nothing at home. No shot. There's nothing at home. We have to race back. Yeah, the drop has to return. We have a little micro potential. Yeah, we do pick up. Stalker's under fire. Nice control so far. Going for the medevac. One Stalker goes down. Ooh, and we barely save the Cyclone. Very clutch moves here out of Clem. Saves the Cyclone. Saves the medevac. Saves the world. But here come another wave of Stalkers, and MaxPax still has momentum, can still break through. Medevac does fall, but the tank survives. The tank does siege. Clem, he's holding. He's holding on. Second tank on the way. Blink just now being researched. We have a Warping of Adepts. We can threaten the Shade. We can either try to dive into the main or get on top of the tank. Do we go for either? Clutch Shade there by MaxPax. Did cancel. Did end up canceling. And now we have a second tank. We're looking pretty secure on 2 bases. Clem is looking very secure here. MaxPax has to back up. A Blink does allow us to get into the main and to try to pull Clem apart. True. But MaxPax, he won't commit too much. Does expand, takes a third. Stalkers race back. And it looks like we're just getting into a longer game. MaxPax trying to intercept that Raven. Oh. Blink is not done, but the Raven is found. A massive pick off. Raven goes down. And it ups a Shade into the main as well. Oof. Yeah, brutal losses. We even force some friendly fire. We lose the Raven. We lose 3 SCVs. Big pick offs here in favor of MaxPax. And now he's going for 2 extra gateways. Going to be a 5-gate setup. Sorry, 3 extra gateways. Getting to 6 gateways. Looking well against the army. Bay's on the way for Colossus. Charge as well. Clem threatening a move out. Tanks are pre-sieged. And Clem is making his way towards that proxy gate. Did spot it earlier with the Raven. Meanwhile, MaxPax, how bold are we? Yeah, we're not going to commit here. We pick away at some of the Marines. Observer gets caught. Keen eyes out of Clem. They'll snipe the Observer. Oh! And MaxPax has to get the hell out of here. Bleeds out 1 Stalker. But as he's delaying the push, as he's delaying the cleanup of the gateway, Colossus are on the way. MaxPax is able to set up back at home quite nicely. You know, getting into additional gateways, charge, Colossus production, 3rd base saturation. Clem, we'll see if he actually commits to a move out. For now, he's staying at home. He just wants to deal with a proxy. And he's going for a 3rd CC. So Clem is not going for a 2-base all-in. He is expanding, taking a 3rd base, getting ready to embrace a longer mid-game. So we're calming down. Whew. We're calming things down. From here, MaxPax can just contain his opponents and take his own 4th. Once he settles into a solid Colossus count, he can take a Bay, or sorry, take a 2nd Robo, and head towards double disruptor production. He was trying to get there in the previous game in Game 4, but was denied it. We'll see if he's a little bit more successful here in Game 5. As Clem is moving out, is going to be spotted by MaxPax. Can threaten those tanks. Getting a couple of shots off. Colossus have arrived. Clem's army is spotted. And MaxPax is set up for a surround. Okay, never mind. So I'll say they're going across the map. They go for a run by. Set up for a counterattack. And they do hit the 3rd CC. Yeah, Clem not quite ready for this. Not quite in position. Ooh, Mind Shot's getting friendly fire. Widowmines go down. Yeah, very successful counterattack. Very successful run by here by MaxPax. Denies mining, gets SCVs, delays reinforcements. Clem is at the would-be fourth, but the fourth isn't ready. It's not there. Will at least contain MaxPax. MaxPax collapsing in, but oh yeah, this is a brutal position. 3 tanks, Widow Mines as well. Clem, he will maintain himself, and he does delay the fourth, even catching transferring workers. Once again, big tank volleys. Oh, this Zealot Rambai though, once again, there's just not enough reinforcements. Nice hold position micro on those SCVs. The counter hold position micro though. Let's go. 5 SCV kills. Those Widow Mines do concern me. There is a lot of potential for friendly fire from those mines. Okay, they're further forward. And thankfully, Clem doesn't overstay his welcome. He does unsiege, pulling away, doesn't want to get surrounded. Zealot's warping in across the map. The prism is cleaned up. And MaxPax, he just avoids the main army. He's going for the third. And Clem is out of position. Completely out of position. We have to evacuate the third base so we can keep going. We can go straight for the natural. We can go for a base trade. And Clem has to commit. He does not turn around. He goes for the third as well. We're trading a base for a base. We go for a recall. Ooh, I'm not sure about this. Would you recall in time? The base will fall, but we're getting on top of the tanks. And we clean up the main army. Not bad. We may have lost the base, but we clean up everything, and now we can keep going. MaxPax, he has to send it back. Send it. Keep going. Recalls back home, cleans up the tanks, and can keep pushing. He's retaking his third base back at home. What do we even have to defend? We have some Vikings, Cyclones, a handful of Widow Mines. It's not going to be enough. MaxPax with a massive supply lead. The Widow Mines have potential. Once again, we get on top of the third. And there's just no backbone. There's just nothing here. That's a lot of Vikings, to be fair. There's a lot of Vikings here for Clem. But there's even more on the ground for MaxPax. There's only so much the Vikings can do. Big volleys going on for the Colossus. Widow Mines have potential with the choke point. Big mine shot does connect. Boys are being pulled. The Sim City is brutal here for MaxPax. He's trying to work his way through. And will eventually bring down that Rax. Just opening things up for his Zealots. Yeah, MaxPax, he's in control. Will eventually bring it down. Baits out the Widow Mines. Going for the repair. Oh, we don't commit yet. Oh, barely not. And GG gets called. We barely get the final fight here as it was an uphill battle for Clem, and MaxPax will take it. Will be, once again, this week's Kung Fu Cup champion. GG. GG, well played. MaxPax, he does it again. 2 weeks in a row. Thankfully, though, this time it was more of a back and forth. Last time they faced off, it was a 3-0 in favor of MaxPax. This time, we get more of a back and forth, went all the way to the ace match. And we're able to showcase the skill of both Clem and MaxPax. But alas, MaxPax did take it in the end. Again, was able to... was in a really rough position, actually. Like, again, winding it back a little bit, MaxPax, he was unable to really get his fourth base up and running. He was unable to engage with the siege position of Clem. So, really wise choice, and really risky choice as well, to go for the counterattack. The non-stop Zealot Rambais made sure that there weren't many reinforcements across the map for Clem. They were being picked away at. And eventually, MaxPax, he was like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to just commit. I'm going to just move that across the map. Get into the third base and force a base trade, and that did force Clem to get out of his entrenched position, moved out towards the third base, and was much more exposed, was much more out in the open. So with that recall, was able to completely shut the army of Clem down. Finally, MaxPax got the fight he wanted, and snowballed into a win. Into a win, Pappy. GG, well played, congratulations. MaxPax is our champion. Meanwhile, we have more results coming in. It looks like Skillus got the walkover win over Trap as the third place match. With that, congratulations. We have our payouts here. We have MaxPax as number 1, Clem as number 2, followed by Skillus and Trap as top 4 are paid out. Top 4 players are paid out. And with that, GG. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I apologize for the stream going down earlier. I do apologize. I don't know what happened, but as we were in the semifinals in the middle of Trap versus MaxPax, the stream did go down for a minute or two, and it wasn't the internet, it was the connection to Twitch. Basically, like the connection to Twitch just died on us, so it just went down. So I did just have to restart OBS and go live again. So I apologize for those that we did lose on the way, but thank you for those that stuck around and that were able to catch us once again. So GG, well played. With that will wrap up our broadcast for the night. And let me just quickly check our calendar. I believe for the first time in a long time, tomorrow we have off. Yeah, tomorrow there is no broadcast. Technically, I could try to like get some replays and go for like, I don't know, like a DreamHack Dallas like group stage cast or something, but I did say that I was going to try to take things a little bit easier, and I'm happy to take a day off the first time in a long time. I might actually, I don't know. I was going to say, you know, tomorrow would be a really good day to stream Stormgate, but I mentioned before that they don't allow custom hotkeys, so, or custom key bindings, so I don't know. I'll probably just ladder StarCraft. I might do a cheeky ladder stream tomorrow, so if you're interested, do tune in. I do have a lot of catching up to do when it comes to scheduling VODs, so I have to do a lot of VOD scheduling first, and then when I wrap up, if the brain is not completely fried, if I'm still, you know, somehow cohesive, if I'm if I have some kind of mental left over, then yeah, then we'll have like a cheeky ladder session or something on stream. So yeah, if you're interested in that sort of thing, check me out over my own personal channel. I do smoge a lot though when I ladder. The smoge is real, Bobby. So yeah, I do my best. So might have a ladder session tomorrow. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Our next cast on this channel should be on Friday. This was the final KungFu Cup of the season, and on Friday is going to be WTL, World Team League Round 11. So the final round of the round robin stage for WTL is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3 days of WTL action. So we got you covered there. Likewise, on Saturday is going to be a double broadcast of WTL and KSL. The Korean StarCraft League is going to be earlier in the day on Saturday. Likewise, on Sunday, we have Sparkling Tuna Cup leading into WTL as well. So 2 events on Saturday, 2 events on Sunday, just the 1 WTL event on Friday, and that is our weekend. That is our weekend set up for us. And next week, we're going to have some more free days. I do have something in mind. I'm okay saying it. I mean, hold us to it if it never comes to pass. If you're familiar with the Cranky Ducklings, you would know that we do host the podcast. The podcast used to be like a monthly podcast and turned into like an annual podcast. Basically, we just never have time. We never have time to like host the podcast more regularly, even if there are some good topics to go over. But we might bring it back because WTL is ending for the season. That means there are more free days. We have more days available free to us to cast and do content. So we might bring back I do want to bring back the podcast, or the pondcast. That's what we call it, the pondcast, papi. And we might make it a weekly, maybe a bi-weekly, depending on how much we have to talk about. I'm still not 100% certain how I want to approach it. In the past, we would have like a topic and we'd focus on it, like, I don't know, like EPT Oceania or EPT Latin America or IEM Katowice wrap up, or like there'd be like one central topic that we just focus on. But if we turn this into like a weekly show, we'll have to broaden it a little bit, and we might do like a weekly roundup. I know that weekly roundup shows are not the most popular. They usually don't get a lot of traction. I remember for the Pylon show, if you remember that, a couple of years ago, when they had the weekly roundup segment, they eventually cut it. They like cut it just because, honestly, just because even the presenters weren't too interested in it. They were like just like listing off tournament results. It's different for us because like we cast everything, so when we go over results for the week, usually we can like say something about it because we've casted everything. so we can actually go into a little bit more detail as to what happened in those series. So because of that, yeah, because of that, maybe it's gonna be a little bit more interesting to people, at least that portion of the show, and then we can get into like a weekly topic, whatever that happens to be, or other things that have happened. So yeah, our goal next week, or maybe the week after, is to bring back the podcast in some form or fashion, and we'll see how it goes. You know, we'll adjust it week by week, and we'll try to refine it over time, and we'll see if it's something people are interested in. Just, you know, in the bit of the lull period that we have, where we have a little bit less to cast, just so we have something to go on the channel. Otherwise, a shout out, bum, yo, Bappy, you're late. God, the finals just ended, Bappy, just ended. Hope the cast was good. It was good, Bappy, it was good. It was a lot of fun. It was a good cast. God, hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you're enjoying, whether it's StarCraft or Stormgate, whatever you happen to be having. Classic Protoss timing. True. Catching up in the chat. A day off rest. Never, Pappy, never. Thanks for the cast. I am tired though. I am tired. Sounds ponderful. You're an animal. So that's our plan. That's our plan. In the coming weeks, because there's a little bit less to cast, because starting next week there's no KungFu Cup, there's no WTL, which is that's like 4 casts, that's 4 events stripped away from us. You know, it'd be KungFu Cup and then 3 days of WTL every single week, and because we're gonna be losing that, we have time to like spread our horizons and do other stuff. You know, that would be a good time for, I guess, I don't know, like Stormgate events to pop up, which we might delve into. I'm still very unfamiliar with Stormgates. Like, I know that, I think there's the Celestials, there's the Infernals, and there's the Terran race. Like, I just, yeah, my knowledge on Stormgate is very limited at the moment, as I've not really seen anything. The only Stormgate that I've watched is the show match that they had at DreamHack Dallas, the show match between Mana and Moon. But that was like in the beta, and from my understanding, that's like a lot of that is really outdated now, just because the game has evolved so much. So, yeah, we'll see. If we enjoy it, we'll jump into it. We'll see what happens. We'll always be there for StarCraft. Always, we'll be there for StarCraft. Always. It is what we love, what we're here for, what we're passionate about. If that passion spreads to other games like Battle Aces or Stormgate or Immortal Gates of Pyre 12, whatever it's called. The other RTS, yeah, you know, we might spread out and spread our wings and cover other RTSs. It just depends what like catches our attention and what we like, what we enjoy. I don't want to force it, right? I don't want to have to cover something that I don't personally enjoy, that I'm not interested in. So we'll see. We shall see. First things first, Stormgate. Update your game. let us change the key bindings, Pappy. Let us change the hotkeys. That's all I want. But have you ever seen MaxPax live or in a picture? Yeah, we just saw him today. Did you miss it? Pappy, what do you mean? Hold on. Can I find him for you? He's got like a really nice chiseled jawline. Hold on. Let me see if I can find him for you. Hold on. Hold on. There he is. He's beautiful. Oh, light on light action, Bobby. Look at him. He's amazing. Chisel, Chad MaxPax. Beautiful. Yeah, we see him all the time. We see him whenever we cast WTL as well. What do you mean? I have a picture of him every WTL and KungFu Cup. Yeah. Exactly. Fun fact, I'm pretty sure MaxPax, he graciously did not sue. He could have sued Blizzard for using his likeness for Artanis. So I believe MaxPax was born before Artanis was created. So technically could have sued them and did threaten it for a little bit. But yeah, they got away with it. They came to an agreement in the back scenes, in the back rooms. Aye. All right, we're done. For now, we're gonna be done. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support. We are done for the evening. We'll be back in 2 days' time with WTL, and we'll also be back tomorrow, most likely laddering on my personal channel, not here on the CranKy Ducklings. I don't ladder on the CranKy Ducklings. I want to keep CranKy Ducklings to like more like professional content, like, you know, casting and podcasts and shows like that. If myself or Yaku or Asher or any of the other Ducklings ladder, or Kuro for example, if we have a ladder, we all have our own personal streams. You know, we all have our personal Twitch channels. That's where we're live. Otherwise, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys when we see you. Until then, hasta luego. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ciao. All right, predictions. Hold on. Did I pay out? There we go. Predictions, papi. Otherwise, yeah, you can follow us on all the social media: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. All things CranKy Ducklings. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, ciao. Hasta luego.